What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Hope everybody having a nice day, man. So this video is gonna be a little bit different, as y'all can tell. I'm doing a reaction video, and I'm very excited because it's gonna be my first ever reaction video. So I want to inform people on this channel. I want to help people on this channel. I want to show people what to work on. Definitely as a man. I feel like I'm more into the man side than the woman side, of course, because I'm a man myself. But I'm gonna try to do videos that's controversial, that is, you know, at least like not just as the man side, but the woman side too. But as a man, I can really speak for men. Like, yo, like we go through these troubles, we go through these issues, but a lot of men don't understand how to overcome these issues and overcome these problems. So, hey, that's why I'm here, bro. I want to inform people. I want to see how people work on themselves, benefit themselves, and try to grow themselves. Because as a man, I feel like it's very important to really discipline yourself. Because when you discipline yourself, there's logic, there's wisdom, there's so much that come with that. And a lot of people don't have a lot of control over themselves over that shit. And this can work for females too. I mean, it doesn't just work for males, it can work for females too. But the video today we're gonna watch is from Improvement Pill. That's the channel. It's called No Fap Benefits Timeline, No Nut November Challenge. The main reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of men suffer from pornography. A lot of men suffer from brain fogs, lack of motivation, all kinds of stuff, depression, can't get a woman, all kinds of stuff, bro. And I feel like this video will help a lot of people because mainly it's like they don't understand that porn is a very much of a draining thing. It's a spiritual, as a spiritual person, it really drains your energy and your creativity. It drains your mindset from trying to think clearer, all kinds of stuff. So I'm not gonna try to pause a lot. I would try to let the video play, but if I have to say something, I will say something. So let's get straight into it.
Improvement Pill here. When I first started my NoFap journey, I actually documented my experiences in a journal. I had amazing streaks where I not only abstained from porn and masturbation, but ejaculation as well, mainly because I was single. And I recorded all of the benefits I saw whenever they came up. So because No Nut November is coming around again, I decided to dig up my old journal entries to give you an idea of what benefits I saw throughout this journey. Hopefully, this will motivate and inspire some of you to take on this challenge because it genuinely changed my life and I know it can do the same for you if you give it a try. This is the NoFap/No Nut November benefit timeline. The first 48 hours, days 1 and 2. Okay, so this was always the toughest period for me. The urges were strong, and there was always a ton of brain fog. I had a hard time thinking clearly, and I found myself stuttering a lot during conversations. This was actually the period of time that I relapsed the most into, especially if I stayed indoors and didn't have any plans for the day. Because there's so much brain fog, I had less self-awareness, so I didn't even notice myself slipping into the state that ultimately caused me to relapse many times. It almost felt like I didn't know what I was doing until I had already done it. The only benefits I really saw in the first...
Okay, so just to pause it real quick, just to get my little input on that. A lot of men don't understand the pornography is so strong to the point it got a dark spirit, bro. It has a spirit where it holds you and it wants you to keep going. It's like a hunger, basically. And it's crazy because a lot of men struggle from this in the beginning part because they're so used to it. They're so used to been doing it. They're so used to and like releasing. So your body gets used to releasing and it becomes a struggle, bro. And it's like, it's the hardest part. Mainly because you got used to it, you got comfortable with it, and at the same time, the dopamine you keep putting out, it's like a drug, bro. It's like a drug, and people don't understand how addicting it is until they actually done it, and then they feel bad after. But then some guys nowadays, well, a lot of guys, not just some, it seems like a lot of freaking guys nowadays, they release with no remorse, like for real, they be releasing with no remorse.
48 hours would be an increase in my brain's clarity as the fog slowly started to fade away. My most effective strategy during this time was to physically get out of the house, go to the gym, go see a friend, go do some errands, go do some work or study at the local Starbucks because staying in the house all day usually meant I would relapse again. The next 4...
So, y'all saw how this guy, he literally just said he had to go out. He had to do stuff. He had to put himself out there. He had to put himself in a position to not nut. He could not stay at home without having the mindset to release. And that's a lot of men nowadays because they be at home all day. They be literally having a lot of free time. They be smoking weed. They've been doing all this stuff. And there's nothing wrong. Hey, for me personally, there's nothing wrong with smoking weed. But there's dudes out here that smoke weed and then they don't be on their shit. They be lazy. Because it makes you more lazy unless you have a mindset that's disciplined already that you can smoke weed and do shit at the same time. But a lot of guys, they can't do both. And it's just crazy to me because it's like there's benefits to literally hold your sexual energy in, but a lot of guys don't understand that.
8 hours, also known as days
really
3 and 4. The next 2 days, days 3 and 4, came with some pretty noticeable benefits. The most apparent was a significant boost to my levels of self-esteem. I usually felt bad about what I had done the first 2 days after a relapse. I would have thoughts like, I'm such a failure. Why am I so weak? I'm pathetic. And this wasn't a good thing, because whenever I was outside at a social outing, my levels of confidence were pretty much non-existent because of these thoughts. It was so bad that I would come up with excuses to skip out on these events because of all the guilt and shame. But when I reached days 3 and 4, I found that those thoughts became much less common. And this meant that I was a lot more confident in myself. I found myself doing much better during social interactions. I found myself being able to hold longer eye contact. I was more lively. I had more fun. And it seemed like others enjoyed my company more than usual. Days 5 and 6. It's around this point where my energy levels started to become noticeably higher. It became much easier to jump out of bed and get the day started. I found myself being able to accomplish most of the tasks I had set out to do for the day before the day was over. When I was off the wagon, when I was in periods of relapse, I usually struggled with sticking to all the other good habits that I knew I should have been sticking to, like meditation, reading, and going to the gym. But upon reaching days 5 and 6, I actually wanted to educate myself. I actually wanted to lift heavy things. I actually wanted to improve my mental strength. I actually wanted to get things done. My self-esteem continued to grow at this point as I noticed myself having even less negative thoughts throughout the day, and as I started feeling proud of all the things that I was able to accomplish every day. Day 7. Now, this is a very special day with very, very noticeable benefits. A Chinese study actually found that for some reason, on day 7, from abstaining from any form of ejaculation, our testosterone levels spiked to 145% of their baseline levels. And boy, oh boy, this extra 45% is definitely noticeable. Most people would expect one to feel more hot-headed and aggressive with all that extra testosterone. But honestly, it didn't feel like that. The best way to describe day 7 for me is, in charge. Like the kingpin of a mob. Like you know everything is going to go your way, and that the world is your oyster. I found myself taking more initiative, going out of my way to make plans with others, setting up parties, asking people to come eat with me, and re-sparking conversations with childhood friends that I haven't spoken to in a while. There was a strong sense of calm that enveloped my entire being whenever I got to around day 7 and day 8. One of my journal entries recalls a day where I had to give a 20-minute presentation in front of class all by myself. This was something that usually would have made me very nervous, but that day I felt nothing. I wasn't scared whatsoever. It was just another walk in the park. Days 7 and 8 were also where I started taking more initiative with my dating life. Another journal entry recalls an experience where I was working out at the gym and I spotted a cute girl and I literally could not stop myself from going up to her and chatting her up. It felt wrong to not talk to her. Like I said, it felt like the world is your oyster, like everything was going to go your way. So all the self-doubt that would have usually filled my head in moments like this, they were non-existent. One very important thing to note is that the urges on day 7 and 8 are incredibly erratic. They came in intense waves throughout the day. I always had to get out of the house and spend the majority of the day outside in order to make sure I could make it past those 2 days. And unfortunately, after day 7 and 8, most of these benefits would seemingly disappear overnight. But think of it as a teaser for what truly awaits you if you continue on this journey. 2 weeks in. About 2 weeks in, I started to develop...
So, I can vouch for this because this actually kind of happened to me. Yeah, I mean, it's different for different men. Y'all have to understand different men have different benefits, different situations, but it's the same as, you know, everything and different timelines and shit. But I can vouch for this because a certain amount of time when I was on like semen retention too, there's a point where the urges hit me like ridiculous, bro. Like it hit me so freaking hard. And the thing is, in my mindset where I had to like do stuff, I had to produce videos, I had to distract myself, I had to work. This is what got me actually making content even more, because I had to distract myself. I had to keep busy. I had to work on myself, because if you have so much free time, you will relapse. If you have this, if you're not doing nothing, you're going to relapse. And sometimes you can do stuff if you are chilling, if your body's chilling. But when the urges are strong like that, you cannot stay still. You got to go do something. You got to go meditate. Not meditate, but you got to do something. You got to get your body moving. You got to get out of there, get that energy out of there, because I'm telling you, that's where a lot of people fuck up at, because when the urges hit them so hard, they release anyways. And it's the best thing to hold that energy in, because you have calm inside yourself. You will have some peace inside yourself. And even when things are hard, you will have a clear mind to go through those fires and those struggles, because hey, you just decided to resist your own temptations, your own urges. So why not hold that energy in for something more? Because I'm telling you, after you pass that level, it's a whole different level, bro. It's a whole different feeling. The benefits after controlling after a week is crazy. Let's keep it going.
What I like to call social balls of steel. I became extremely confident when it came to social interactions. I found myself holding prolonged eye contact with people. I also found myself saying whatever came to mind. I became more blunt and honest with those around me, not being scared to state how I truly felt about things or how I truly felt about someone. And this actually led to deeper conversations, as people were more willing to
A lot of guys that I'm friends with, they don't understand why I'm so blunt, why I'm so confident, why I say what I say. It's because I've been on sim retention many times. I've practiced this literally many times. I still practice this till this day. I relapse. I'm not going to cat with you. I'm still a human being. But when I really feel like, you know what, I'm at that point in my life, I do not watch porn like that. I don't masturbate. I don't do none of that shit. I talk to women in person mostly. I don't even like dating apps. Like, I'm really a person that's trying to interact with a person in real life. If I'm not really interacting with you in real life, then I don't see the purpose, really. I mean, and then at the same time, I feel like me as a person that's actual biblical, that actually traditional, I feel like most of the time you should be meeting women in person anyway, and then have the women come after you anyway, because I do believe men are the prize, not the women, really. Because, I mean, men have to pay for everything, do a lot, just so they can even get a woman in the first place, it seems like.
True feelings and whatever was going on in their mind with me. To top that off, the urge to talk to people in general would increase drastically. I found myself sparking random conversations with almost every single person that was in my vicinity, in the elevator, on the bus, on the train. It didn't matter if they were next to me.
And the thing is, when I was on semen retention, I decided to become friendly with my coworkers, be friendly with people outside of work. I decided to talk to people. It was just natural. It wasn't something that I'm like, oh yeah, it's whatever. But it was just a natural talk. Like I do not mind talking to people if the energy right. Hey, I fuck with anybody, anyone and anybody, any woman, any man that just want to talk to me. Hey, yo, we can have a conversation. But understand, I'm gonna speak my mind, bro.
For an extended period of time, I was going to start some sort of conversation with them. Now, before I tell you about the amazing benefits I saw around the 1 month mark, I do want to quickly tell you about a free training that I'll be hosting next week, where I'll be sharing with you exactly how I was able to overcome my bad addictions, and also how I was able to build life-changing habits that actually stuck around. All you have to do is sign up for my mailing list to receive updates about this training using the link down below. And don't worry if you're watching this video at a later time, because I plan on hosting this training a couple of times every single year. So if you sign up late, you'll get notified in a couple of months about the next time I host the training. Back to the topic at hand. At the 1 month mark. Man, oh man, my favorite thing about making it to the 1 month mark is the crystal clear mental clarity. You don't know what being smooth is like until you reach 1 month. The wit and mental acrobatics that I started being able to pull off during conversations would always come in at around this point in my journey. I've had a lot of students comment on my ability to go on 40-minute monologues without ever having to pause a single time to think about what to say next. That's what I mean by mental acrobatics. I found myself having an instant, clever response to just about anything that people threw my way. I found myself being able to flirt with anyone without any hesitation. I found myself being able to have deep conversations with complete strangers in the matter of minutes. I was smooth as butter. But that's not all. It's around the 1-month mark where the benefits that I got a taste of on day 7 came back. My confidence was sky high. I started to believe I could do anything if I put my mind to it. I felt like I was in control of my life and the world around me. My productivity levels also skyrocketed. I was able to knock off all the tasks I knew I had to complete before noon. Essays, reading assignments, and the like were all done way before they were actually due. And unlike after day 7, this time the benefits actually stuck around. 2 months to 3 months. The majority of the most noticeable benefits plateaued at around the 1-month mark. To be honest, I don't think I ever got any more productive or confident past that point. But at around the 2 to 3 month mark, I always started doing a lot better with the ladies without even having to try. I remember going to a house party and I somehow ended up with a girl who was an entire head taller than me. She was so much taller that she had to bend down to kiss me. I felt like a kid being kissed goodbye on my first day of school. And this was definitely weird because girls who are even just a bit taller than me usually never bothered to look my way. But 2 to 3 months in, there I was. There was also another instance where I was invited to a karaoke event with like 10 to 15 other people. And a chick from across the room, the most attractive girl in that entire room, who all the other guys were trying to chat up, she had her friend come up to me and tell me that she wanted to get my number. These instances might have been caused by the fact that they saw me cracking jokes with everyone around me and the fact that I was having a lot of fun. I don't really know, because in all of these instances and the many others I haven't mentioned, I didn't really have to put in much effort. It almost seemed like they were magnetically attracted to me. It was almost like magic. The most success with girls I've ever had in my life was when I managed to reach the 2 to 3 month mark. And to be completely honest, I'm not really going to talk about the benefits I saw past this point for 2 main reasons. The first is that I didn't really see any more benefits. The confidence, the productivity, the mental acrobatics, the urge to socialize, and the general boost in level.
So, I want to say this for the last part. When you are working on yourself, when you're disciplining yourself, when you're focusing yourself, not on women, the women will come to you later on, guys. That's what you need to understand. The women come to you later on. When you on your shit, when they see that you are confident in yourself, when you are having fun with your life, when you're enjoying yourself, they come to you, bro. Let them come to you. This is how it's supposed to be. This is what I've been trying to teach, bruh. I've been trying to teach people to understand their value so they can attract the right things in their life. You attract the right women in your life when you are worrying about yourself, when you are not trying to chase, when you can talk to women, you can interact, you can approach, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about them like that. Don't worry about it. They will come to you. If she's gonna be the right woman, she's gonna try her best to get your attention. She's gonna try her best to try to get to know you because you're different. She sees that. And the thing is about the semen retention that a lot of people don't know, it put out pheromones. So you can tell, like, if you compare to a dude that always watching porn, they sense that. Women sense energy, bro. They sense when a dude don't have energy in them. Cause at the same time, you gotta realize that's what they like. They like energy. They sensitive to energy. They sensitive to emotions and stuff like that. So when they dealing with a masculine man, a man that has a high energy level, a man that is focused on himself, because that's literally what it is, it seems like nowadays. You have to focus yourself. You have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on what you want. You have to focus on what you like so you can get what you want. That's just how it is. But it seems like nowadays, a lot of men nowadays, they still going after women. They still paying for women's stuff. They still like chasing these women constantly and trying to have sex with these women constantly, instead of trying to worry about them and build their business and build their brand and build what they want. I go on semen retention all the time, on and off, on and off, on and off. And the thing is, I can tell you right now, what he's telling you is 100% factor. Like, I'm not joking, because I've been through the 1 month line, and literally when I hit that 1 month, I met a girl. I'm not capping. After that 1 month line, I met a girl, and we had a good connection. But the thing is, if I kept going, I probably would have met a girl that was more compatible than me, like more compatible than that other girl that I was dealing with. But the thing is, we was compatible. We was on the same frequency. We was on the same mindset. But I feel like it could go further. You know what I'm saying? It could have been better. Could have lasted. Guys don't understand the sexual energy is very much power. It gives you power. It gives you control. Definitely over a lot of women that they don't even see. This stuff is spiritual too. Because they don't understand, bro. Like, you become so close to God when you do this shit. Do you understand? You actually get your benefits from God. This is benefits and gifts from God, bro, that people do not understand or tap into. This is why God said do not fornicate. Fornicate, it takes away your energy from God, bro. It takes away your motivation from God, bro. He's the good gene of it. But a lot of people be wasting that all the time. All the time. We are made to produce life, yes. We are made to want to have a woman, yes. As a man, we are made to want to breed, to have kids and stuff like that. But you have to understand. You have to understand, right? When you have control over yourself, you can do anything. You can create anything. The world is yours. Like he just said, the world feel like it's yours. You're confident. You believe in yourself more. You research more. You do what you gotta do. You get on your shit. Because that's what you need to, that's what a lot of men need to be doing. Not just staying at home, not just waiting, not just get on your shit. I know 17-year-olds nowadays that are on their shit way more than older people. Way more. They're actually making money way more. So I'm not trying to be like these dudes out here that's not doing nothing for themselves. I'm not trying to worry about a girl all the fucking time, because I'm trying to worry about my shit first and let her come after me. If she wants me, she's gonna show me. But at the same time, I feel like we're in a generation where men don't understand their value. It's okay to have your own opinion, guys. It's okay to not want a woman that don't understand you, if that don't want to cooperate with you. Get a woman that cooperates. Get a person that actually want to understand you. Get a person that want to listen to you. Get a person that actually want to try. Because if you trying to stick with the people, or stick with around people that always draining your energy, you're fucking yourself over. If you want to stick to people that have old bad habits that's not trying to benefit you, that actually don't, get away from these people. That's why my friend group is very small, bro. This is why the people that I talk to, they understand. I'm very blunt with what I say. I say what I gotta say, and I'm not gonna hide none of that. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. It's because I've been on semen retention many times. It's because I discipline myself many times. It's because I do this shit all the time. So I want to teach people this because it helps a lot. It changes your life a lot. It changes your mindset about life. Even when you're going through the hard shit, this right here, you literally discipline your whole entire temptation. Do y'all understand how hard this is for a guy? Your sexual energy is very strong for a guy. We produce millions of seed every fucking day. And women will never understand why niggas be horny all the time. It's because it's in our DNA to want to breed. That's just literally what it is. We want to procreate. That's just how it is. Women don't have those urges to say. I'm not saying they don't have the same urge, like they don't have high urges or like get horny like that. No, I'm not saying that. But for a man, for like masculine men that actually like, because women be like, oh, they're horny all the time. They want sex all the time. Blah blah blah. This is what this and that. It's because guys cheat not because they love the woman, but because it's in our DNA to procreate. It's because we want to have sex. It's because that's just how we are, bro. I'm not justifying cheating, but y'all gotta understand these reasons is why we do what we do. It's because we want to discipline ourselves. We want to control ourselves, but a lot of guys don't want to do that. A lot of guys don't. And it's deep down inside where you should be trying to hold that energy in so you can put it into something else. But guys don't put it into something else. I decided to put my energy to my content. I've decided to put my energy towards the people that actually care about me. I decided to put my energy into something else besides myself. And it has been amazing so far. I can tell you that for personal experience, it's been amazing. I don't fake what I say. I speak facts. And I hope everybody have a nice day, man. I'm going to make more videos like this. It's pretty exciting because, you know, I can react to anything. I can do anything. There's so many things I can do. So, hope everybody have a nice day, man.